There seem to be signs of recovery then, but first walk us through the numbers for the first quarter. Just how bad were they?
Yes, Anna, they were pretty bad, but I have to say very much so expected. Both these companies really just gave the guidance that this was going to be a rough quarter. LVMH CFO yesterday saying the situation is violent. It's going to impact their business. Their sales came in a drop of 17%. The guidance was for 10 to 20%. So really it was expected. For L'Oreal, their sales was down 4.8%. One thing that LVMH did pick up, though, is they had some online sales, and that was able to offset the fact that so many of the stores just around the world had to shut themselves for business. L'Oreal, a little bit more resilient when it comes to that, because they also sell products like shampoo, and of course that's still going to be open in some of these essential stores. And while people, of course, are possibly hitting pause on these big-ticket luxury items, they're going to need some of those necessities that L'Oreal has. On the dividend front, LVMH cutting it by 30%. L'Oreal says in due course they'll decide on it, potentially something Francine Lacroix is going to ask Jean-Paul Ngo in the next hour.
It's always good for your brand as well to be philanthropic, to give money and help out. What are luxury companies doing to fight against the virus?
We've seen a number of luxury companies really want to give their efforts in relief to this pandemic, Matt. What you see is they're sewing face masks. They opened up some factories to do that. LVMH, L'Oreal also opening up perfume factories to make sanitizers. On top of that, something a little bit interesting I've been reading about. In New York, for example, I have not been able to go into a store without wearing a face covering. Like fashion, what they do is they take necessity and turn it into something.
You can go into a store?
Well, yeah, I can go into Dwayne Reed, a grocery store, etc., but I cannot enter unless I have a face mask. So if I forget it, I have to go home and quickly put something on. And what we're seeing some of these smaller designers do, they're turning this necessity into something creative. And what potentially we could potentially see here in the future is that maybe the Gucci's or the Yves Saint Laurents of the world start to make face masks. That's not what they're doing now yet. Right now they're definitely focusing on what is needed for the frontline relief efforts. We are seeing some of these smaller designers actually make some creative face masks.
Most importantly, though, Annmarie, when will you be able to get shoes and handbags again? When is that conundrum going to be solved for New Yorkers?
Well, right now, Matt, New York is extending what the governor calls New York on pause till May 15th. So unless you're essential business operating in the area, you have to remain shut. So everything has to be done online. But like most people, I don't think anyone is really rushing to purchase massive big ticket items like an expensive handbag or shoes, because everyone is working from home, stuck at home. It's really about the essentials right now.